Good morning, day, afternoon, evening, night, folks. I'm IvyDude0, and it's time for y'all to kick out those shoes, sit back, relax, make yourself at home. It's time to enjoy some more Evoland 2. So last time, we took a little trip around future Genova, and now, and then we also talked to the dean of the library, which is apparently also kind of like an academy of some kind. I don't know, but basically we have to solve at least 6 of the 8 puzzles. I'm probably just going to do all 8. I don't know, it depends on how long it takes, but anyway, basically I have to talk to complete at least 6 of the 8 puzzles in the library, and then I win. So, yeah. Greetings, young man. Researcher attached to the militia, at your service. Speaking of service, how about you do me one? Sure. Perfect! The Council of Traders has tasked me with implementing a new patrol system for the militia. I made sure to follow all their instructions, but I'm convinced there's a flaw somewhere. Wait, let me show you. Alright, so this one's number 5. After leaving guardroom X, each patrol must reach one of 7 watchtowers. A patrol may go down any path, but must stop at the 6th tower it encounters. Also, it can never use the same path twice. If this is always the procedure, one of the towers will never have a garrison. Which one? Okay. Well, let's check this out. So it goes from X to A to B, B to C, C to D, D to F, or D to E, E to F. And that's 6. A to B to C to D to G to F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, D, C, B, A. I think it's G. Oop, controller, work with me here. I think it's G, because being in the middle position, it can't really... Because you can't wrap around and get into it. So I think it's G. Let's try it. No. I was wrong. You don't seem sure of yourself. I think it needs to be double checked. Is it not G? Then which one is it? It must be like D or something like that. So how can it be G? I guess I can work backwards, so G to D, C, B, A, G to A, B, C, D, E, F. No? How can they stop at G? You go to F. Oh, right. They'll... Wait. I'll be a minute here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try E here, and we'll see if that works. I did a little bit more kind of puzzling around in my head, and I think it's E. So we're about to find out. Yeah, I did it. Ah, yes, of course. I'm in your debt now, so if you have a problem, come by and see me. Well, I'm about to start drafting my report to the council. You fully deserve this credit for military operations. That's a subject in, like, a school? Okay. Sorry, no time to chat. Too much to do. Unless you're prepared to lend me a hand. Sure. So here's the thing. Every 500 years, 2 comets meet in the heavens. Books on the subject indicate that the next occurrence is this very night. I wouldn't miss this for the world, but unfortunately, I cannot figure out what part of the sky they'll be visible in. Here, look at this map. Stellar encounter. When the 2 comets arrive, they will cross the map only diagonally. They will not intersect any star present either before or after they meet. In which square will they meet? Well... It'd have to be somewhere in the middle here. Let's see here. For me, diagonally, goes down. Nope, that one hits it. Okay, so I think I got it this time. So I was thinking about it incorrectly. So basically, instead of like, you know, finding a point and then going from that point and then trying to, you know, and checking each point to see if it was good, what I could do is basically went down this axis here on the side and I said, okay, if I take a line going diagonal down to the left, will it intersect with any stars? It will intersect here, it will intersect here, will not have any intersections here. It will have intersections, will have intersections, will have intersections. So I just find something along this diagonal. So that will have intersection, that will have an intersection, that one will have an intersection, this one will not have an intersection, this one will have an intersection. So I think I found it. So we'll see. Yeah, I did it. I love the puzzles. Of course, how could I miss that? Thank you for your help. Now to award you with credits in astronomy. I like astronomy. I actually used to want to be an astronomer a long time ago. Oh, hey man. Are you by any chance a stand-in engineer they sent in to help me out? Sure. Sure took your time, didn't you? Here's what's up. We gotta replace the town's old piping network. I'm trying like crazy to come up with the best outline for connecting all the junctions, but it's a real brain teaser. Go on, take this map and get working. Piping, okay. Oh boy, we gotta play pipe dream here. You must connect points A and B with a network of pipes. The junctions in green cannot be moved and must be connected but all must be connected to the final network. Move the pipes to create a single network that goes through every area of the map. Okay. Oh, okay, so I move them. Okay. That makes sense. So this one is just gonna take a little bit of time, so I'm just gonna skip ahead. So I'm not gonna lie, that one I accidentally figured out. I mean, I guess not accidentally, but like I started working on some of it from the front half, and then I worked on some of it from the back half, and then they just happened to connect. So, okay, cool. Perfect. I was afraid it'd take all day. Thanks, man. Just gotta hand these plans over to my assistant when he gets back. Whenever that is. You definitely earned your civil engineering credit. Yay! I've always wanted to be a civil engineer. Not really. No, I do have a buddy of mine who's studying civil engineering. It's an interesting thing. Are you the new people? I dug a strange relic with a mechanism I can't get a handle on. Do you have a few minutes to spare? You're too kind. Here, this strange item was found in some ancient Hyrulean ruins. There's no lock on it, save for this bizarre keyboard set with symbols. You would do me a great service by opening it. Mysterious relic. This chest will open after the 16 buttons are pressed in the right order. The gold button must be triggered last. Which button must be pressed first to unlock the mechanism? Now, okay, well, this is just a simple work backwards type problem. 1, 2, 3, so that doesn't do it. 1, 2. Okay, so 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Crap, I'm not really paying attention to which ones I've used and which ones I haven't. Poopy. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. I think it's this one? I don't think I missed any. I'm gonna go back and double check real quick. Okay. Yep, so I went ahead and I double checked it. I just had to get a visual on paper just to make sure that I had all of them used. So this should be the right one. Yay! I did it! I did the puzzle, so thank you dearly. That was not so difficult after all. Now I'll grant you your archaeology credits. Alright, so we got 4 out of the 6. So let's go into this next one. You're a student? You'll see optics is as simple as ABC. I'll award you credit if you manage to solve a very basic problem. I mean, a 3-year-old could do this. You'll see, it's terribly easy. Oh, really? A beam leaves source A and must end up in main conduit B. Move the mirrors to direct the beam to point B while activating all 6 crystals. Okay. So it's going to move these mirrors around, so it's just a simple reflection here. So it needs to come down, and it needs to come up to B from the bottom, probably from there. So we need to get it to go. That's not quite right. But I have to go up first, right? Well, let's try something new. So we have 3 mirrors going in each direction. Or, you know, like faced in each flop, I guess, if you want to call it that. Alright, so that needs to go there. Get that one out of the way. So put that there, put that there. Alright, and this way we're only missing 1. Maybe we can go down first and that will be better. Oh, yep, there we go. Sweet. Did it? Okay. It took a little while for that to actually go through and tell me that I did it right, so. Oh man, every time I take a drink from this cup, it splashes me. Oh, you figured it out? Well, you've earned your credits for the optics class. Yay! I didn't know optics was a subject. Wouldn't that just be part of physics? Hello, my friends. It's we's a place that I explain you classic painting. You want to learn it? Thank you, my friends. Painting Classica. To complete the painting, move the colors so that no color appears twice in the same line or column. Colors marked with a dot cannot be moved. Okay, that can go there. That can go there. Now the yellows are separated. Greens are separated. Reds are not separated. And this blue needs to go somewhere else. So every color is separated except for the pink. And the pink is really jacked up. What can I flop it to do? Well, I can't swap with the reds. Can't swap with the blues either. Ah! Ah! Okay, so now the blues are adjacent. So that gets me. Well, no. That kind of made it worse. Ah, man. These reds are in the same one, so. Gosh, these blues are. I keep on putting the blues together. We can stick a green down here. And then we can. See how there did that? No. There we go. I did it. I wonder if there's multiple solutions to that one. I mean, it wouldn't really surprise me if there could be. But, I don't know, maybe not. Bravissimo! You are deserving the credits of painting a classic. I'm not quite sure what accent the guy was supposed to have. Hello there. I'm a new cryptographer for the Council of Traders. They requested that I devise a new encryption system to secure trade. I finally developed a system that's uncrackable. Would you like to put it to the test? Terrific! You managed to bypass my system. I will allow you credit for cryptography. Cipher! Out of the 4 symbols, which one completes the series of symbols below? Um... Well, first we gotta find the pattern, and I've always been horrible at these things. But... Oh, well, I think I already figured it out. That's surprising. That one? Yeah. Oh, well, that was much easier than I thought it was going to be. Basically, it's just the number of lines, or like strokes, that you would have needed to use to make the symbol. What? You found it? Now I have to start again from square one. Leave me. Oh, yes, you have your credits. Alright, one more. We'll get an extra special prize. The library holds so many books, it must all be sorted meticulously. I'm in charge of the archives, but because such a collection can't be perfectly sorted, I bear the title of an archivist. It's a little joke dating back to the Imperial era. At any rate, I have a tidying-related conundrum that has me at my wit's end. I haven't slept for 3 nights now. Would you like to give it a try? Alright, let's do this. The obsessive sort. One of the books in the library isn't in its place. Can you spot which one? Alright. Oh boy, guessing more patterns. So, these all have... The ones in this shelf have 1 line, the big stripe, and then 3. These ones have 2 lines, the big stripe, and then 2. And these ones have 3 lines, the big stripe, and then 1, so this one's out of place. Well, that one was... That kept you awake for 3 nights? Dude's got problems. Indeed! The label on this book was framed by 2 horizontal strips on the top and the bottom. It should be on the 2nd shelf. To think I hadn't noticed! Thanks for your help. You've earned your credits in archival studies. Okay, that's definitely not a school subject. Oh, dear me. We have this book in triplicate. Here, take it. We're short on space anyway. Okay, you got 50 drinking games. A book not everyone should read. And I'm gonna go give this book to little kids. Oh, what a man that I am. So your studies are progressing well? Well? Congratulations! You finished all your courses. This calls for an extra reward. Here you go. Star. Well, I suppose that's nice. Alright, now on to my teaching. What would you like to know? The Magi. The Magi are a people, or rather a civilization. They peaked more than 2,500 years ago, but while the world is largely underwater. According to the legend, they possess magical powers beyond anything else in history. Some even say that they can manipulate time itself. But these are most likely the exaggerated explanations of contemptuous peoples to account for strange phenomena after the fact. Nevertheless, after dominating the era in which they lived, they completely vanished 2,000 years ago. All they left behind were a few ruins and many unsolved mysteries. What would you like to know? So that's the Magi, the megaliths. What are commonly called megaliths are in fact the most famous relics of the Magi civilization. While some are rare, they are evenly spread throughout various continents. It is not precisely known what purpose they serve. Deciphered writings refer to a road or path, but where does it lead? Incidentally, it was while searching for a megalith that my former professor, also a great expert on the Magi, met her end. Quite a sad story, really. What would you like to know? Disappearance of the Magi. Surely it's the greatest riddle put forth. Why would a civilization as powerful as the Magi vanish from the face of the earth 2,000 years ago, and without a trace or practically none? Even after years of research, I must admit I have the foggiest idea. What would you like to know? Professor. My old professor was a leading Magi expert. Her entire life was devoted to figuring out why they had disappeared. I recall she was particularly interested in the megaliths. She thought the stones contained a power that, once triggered, would enable her to learn more about the Magi. She discovered a megalith that she believed could activate with the stone of time. Sadly, she was captured by the pirates that lived on the island of that time. No one ever found a trace of her. That was on Magi Isle, the one people now call Cursed Isle. What would you like to know? Stone of Time. Stone of Time is quite the legend in itself. It has some connections with the megaliths, but I do know more than that. The item predates the Magi by many years, so long ago in fact that no one remembers when or why it was created. I'm not even sure the stone really exists. The only direct reference I was able to identify is in the archives of the Demonian royal family, which I was lucky enough to visit. The Stone of Time is evidently a large round stone, black with an eye engraved in its center. Interestingly, the eye resembles that used by the Prophet. A bizarre coincidence, if you ask me, but I am hardly concerned with the outside world. What would you like to know? Magi Isle, apparently. Magi Isle is located far to the east. It can only be reached by boat from Sierra Harbor. Its name comes from the Magi ruins found there. Pirates made their home only to be mysteriously driven out later. Whatever the case may be, fishermen still refuse to set foot there. They believe the island is cursed, and so it has its name become Cursed Isle. Quite the ghost story, if there ever existed. To get to Magi Isle, you'll need a boat. Keep in mind, the only member of the Council of Traders can find a pass with safe contact. What would you like to know? I think I got everything I need to know. So basically, we have a little checklist of stuff. We need the Stone of Time. We need to get to the Magi Isle. But before we can get to Magi Isle, we need a basically, we need a written notice of passage, safe passage, from a noble or a trader. But first, we have to get to know a trader. So, yeah. I think that's about all I'm going to put in this video. I've been recording for quite some time, and I know there's quite a bit of the video that's going to be taken out. So, I have no idea how long this video is going to be. It could be really long, it could be pretty short. I don't know. But anyway, thank you folks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like for me just so I know. Subscribe if you want. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.